Welcome back. Whether you have had success with a cleanse or a detox diet, or maybe you aren't quite sure if that's the best fit for your weight loss goals, detoxing your body with safe natural alternatives could make the process a little bit easier. Weight loss specialist Lisa Lynn joins us now with 5 natural alternatives that make detoxing easier. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. And these really do make detoxing easier because they're perfect examples of ways to fix the problems we all have every day without reaching for things that make our bodies toxic.
So let's start off big picture. And can you explain why we should detox?
Well, detoxing, how do you know if you need a detox? Are you craving? Do you have what I call the mental yuckies, which I do after the holidays? You feel like yuck. And you crave detoxing. You know you need it. Maybe your skin's having breakouts, you're tired, you're sick all the time. Spring cleansing goes back decades, I mean really thousands of years, also spiritually to detox so we feel better.
Okay, and you say that there are a lot of things that we can buy on store shelves.
That's right.
But you're trying to direct people to do this
natural
in a holistic
alternatives.
natural.
And why? Because some of those things toxify our body, these detoxify our body.
Okay, so you've got 5 things,
I have
categories.
The coolest thing you have ever seen. Number 1 is omega-3s rock for anti-inflammation.
So, like fish oil, that's an omega-3, right?
However, you have to know your numbers. This test from Vital Choice Seafood, it's an omega-3 test. Within 2 weeks, you prick your finger, you send it away, we'll tell you where your omega-3s are in relationship to your omega-6s.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't realize, why would I want to know that? Well, if your omega-3 levels aren't high, but your omega-6s are from the foods we eat, you're going to be in an inflammatory position, which makes you hurt, ache, get sick, not heal. And so we want those 3s high, and you want to make sure whatever you're doing to get the omega-3s is working. This is how you know your numbers.
Wow, and I was reading, I mean, because you have gorgeous skin and hair, if you don't mind me saying.
I live on these, thank you,
and I've read that this helps with that, helps with weight, everything.
And you see this lovely clogged artery? That's plaque on there. Omega-3s also help reduce that.
Clears that out.
I could go on for a year about why omega-3s, but the first thing I do with my clients, know your numbers. And I did a little homework. You can go to their website. They have 2 kits for the price of one.
Well,
so fun.
Speaking of clearing things out, this is not really a breakfast topic, but we have to talk about it. You want to be regular.
You want to be regular because that is one of the most toxic things we can do is to be constipated. So everybody should be already having protein shakes for breakfast. Especially, you know, I promote that. But I mix protein powder with a specific fiber called sun fiber. And the reason being it's the only fiber that's invisible, doesn't have any grit, but it will not impede protein absorption. So whatever fiber you're putting in your shake probably could be hurting you versus help. And look how pretty this looks. I also paired it up with some raspberries that are really high in fiber, so it'll keep you full, it'll keep the plumbing clear, if you will. You know what I mean? And so you really want to have this every morning versus your typical breakfast because that's going to help you detox as well.
And this way you don't have to eat tons of, you know, broccoli and lettuce to get your fiber.
Or go back to the medicine shelf, if you will.
Gotcha.
So the next one, which is awesome, do you smell this, is whole green coffee bean extract.
This is incredible. I had never heard of this until you brought this to my attention.
It's trending now.
So basically the idea is, you know, people get amped up on the sodas, the coffees,
the sports drinks.
The sports drinks, and that has stuff that isn't so
and
healthy
there's
for you.
not benefits because those give us the jitters, but you can see these are whole coffee beans and they smell awesome. This is whole green coffee bean powder. And the difference is there's just a recent research paper put out by the Cleveland Institute that talked about what whole green coffee bean extract does for energy, memory boosting, which I don't know about you, but with stress I need, and focus, which anybody who's a mother works in the real world struggles with. The benefit is instead of going for all those sports drinks with dyes and sugar and even our favorite Bucks, you know, coffee stores pumping stuff, go clean and it won't give you the jitters. This stuff, you could probably get it in a product best, has as much caffeine as a cup of coffee.
And real quickly, want to make sure we hit the last 2.
Oh yeah, food is always your best medicine. And number 1, believe it or not, yes, organic whole grain, or really this is a 70% cacao of the chocolate, really good for your body. So rather than go for the toxic stuff, also for inflammation, you want to heal your body. So apples, walnuts, water, great, but not in the plastic bottle. You want to be getting this stuff from purified water, filtered, because this could emit BP into our bodies, which we don't want, believe it or not. So we're drinking more water to do good for our health. A lot of these are coming from BP, and we could go on for a year about that, but pure water, glasses rock.
Okay, okay. Well, I don't mind eating all this as long as I can have this.
Yeah, me too, by the way. I'll do anything for the chocolate.
Well, thank you so much for your expertise. You can learn more on myfoxboston.com. For right now, I want to send it out to Lily.